If you want to improve your life, sit back and listen to what I'm about to say. After a few more cups of coffee, a couple hours of deliberation, and some quick back-and-forth text discussions with people I respect, here are 18 things I wish someone told me when I was 18. 1. Invest a little time, energy, and money in yourself every day. When you invest in yourself, you can never lose, and over time you will change the trajectory of your life. You are simply the product of what you know. The more time, energy, and money you spend acquiring pertinent knowledge and experience, the more control you have over your life. 2. Explore new ideas and opportunities often. Your natural human fears of failure and embarrassment will sometimes stop you from trying new things. But you must rise above these fears, for your life story is simply the culmination of many small, unique, and sometimes confusing experiences. The more experiences you have, the more new chapters get written, and the more interesting your story gets. So seek as many new life experiences as possible when you're young, and be sure to share them with the people you care about. Not doing so is missing out. 3. When sharpening your career skills, focus more on less. Think in terms of karate. A black belt seems far more impressive than a brown belt. But does a brown belt really seem any more impressive than a red belt? Probably not to most people. Remember that society elevates experts high onto a pedestal. Hard work matters, but not if it's scattered in 100 different directions. So narrow your focus on learning the intricacies of a specific career business niche, and then truly master it. 4. People are not mind readers. You have to tell them what you're thinking. People will never know how you feel unless you tell them. Your boss? Yeah, she doesn't know you're hoping for a promotion because you haven't told her yet. That cute guy or girl you haven't talked to yet because you're too shy. Yeah, you guessed it. He hasn't given you the time of day simply because you haven't given him the time of day either. In real life, you have to communicate with others, and oftentimes you have to open your vocal cords and speak the first words. You have to tell people what you're thinking if you're looking for a response. 5. Build your confidence through your actions. When we're young, we tend to waste our time waiting for the ideal path to appear. But it never does, of course, because paths are made by walking, not waiting. Now is always the time. And no, you shouldn't feel more confident before you take the next step. Taking the next step is what builds your confidence. Remember that you can't change anything or make any sort of progress in life by sitting back and thinking about it. There's a huge difference between knowing how to do something and actually doing it. Knowledge is basically useless without daily action. 6. Accept and embrace change. However good or bad a situation is now, it will change. That's the one thing you can count on. So embrace change and realize that change happens for a reason. It won't always be easy or obvious at first, but in the end it will likely be worth it in some way. And realize too that the most powerful and practical changes happen when you decide to take control of what you do have power over, instead of constantly craving control over what you don't. 7. Always be sincere. How do you build credibility at a young age? It's not rocket science. Be honest. Follow through. Honor your word. Say sorry. Listen. Be kind and present. Living a daily life of sincerity creates long-term peace of mind. And peace of mind is priceless later in life. Period. 8. Sit alone in silence for at least 10 minutes every day. Use this time to think, plan, reflect, and dream. Creative and productive thinking flourish in solitude and silence. With quiet space, you can hear your thoughts, you can reach deep within yourself, and you can focus on mapping out what's worth your time and energy and what isn't. Truth be told, most of your stress on an average day comes from the way you rush to respond, not the way life actually is. Adjust your inner response and all that extra stress is gone. Inner calmness among chaos is a superpower that frees you to focus more effectively on the few things that actually matter. But this takes practice to get there. So create some quiet space for yourself every day and practice. 9. Live below your means. Live a comfortable life, not a wasteful one. Do not spend to impress others. Do not live life trying to fool yourself into thinking wealth is measured in material objects. Manage your money wisely, so your money does not manage you. Always live well below your means. 10. Excel at doing hard things. It's always easier said than done. Yet you need to do the hard things to be happy. The things others can't do for you. The things that frighten you. the things that make the difference between a life filled with empty promises and one filled with gratitude for how far you have come. So remind yourself that there's no point in doing something if you aren't going to work hard on doing it right. Excel at your work and excel at your hobbies. Develop a reputation for yourself, a reputation for consistent excellence. 11. Commit yourself to making lots of little mistakes when you're young. Mistakes teach you important lessons. The biggest mistake you can make is doing absolutely nothing because you're too scared to make a mistake. So don't hesitate for too long. Don't doubt yourself. Remember, if you never act, you will never know for sure, and you will be left standing in the same spot forever. In life, it's rarely about getting a chance. It's about taking a chance. You'll never be 100% sure it will work, but you can always be 100% sure doing nothing won't work. Most of the time, you just have to go for it. And no matter how it turns out, it almost always ends up just the way it needs to be. Either you succeed or you learn something. Win-win. Lastly, regardless of your age, I hope you found some value in the reminders above. If you are 18 right now, just do your best with each point, one at a time, not all at once. And above all, laugh when you can, apologize when you should, and let go of what you can't change as everything evolves. Life is short, yet amazing. Enjoy the ride. Drop a 100 if you read this far. This shows you are part of the 0.01% who actually finish what they start. If you are serious about changing your life, then make sure to join our movement by leaving us a follow.